What is up everyone, welcome to another video. I know you're probably hoping that this was MacBook Pro unboxing vlog, but that will be coming tomorrow. This one is a podcast episode with Tharun. Tharun did masters in Georgia Tech in computer science, but the interesting part is that he did his first 2 semesters in India, then he came here in United States, completed his masters, and now he's working as a full-time software engineer at Amazon, which is so cool. And because of the way he approached his master is super inexpensive. Timestamps in the description. Skip to any part of the video you want to. We split this video into two halves. One is his educational journey from India to here, and then moving on to how he got into Amazon. That's the second part, which will come later on. Tharun, if you're watching this, thank you so much for doing this. It means a lot to me and our UD Squad community. Last but not the least, thank you so much for all of you who's been watching these videos and commenting and messaging me on Instagram. Also, we recently crossed 75,000 subscribers, 10 million views on YouTube channel, which is massive. I mean, it's great. 100k coming very soon, big announcements coming very soon. A lot of good things are planned for this channel. Thank you. Stick together. We're gonna do big things. Anyway, I'll let you enjoy the conversation. All right, let's do a quick round of intro for people who probably don't know you or haven't heard of you. So let's do a quick intro. Where are you from in India? What do you do now? And where are you right now in United States?
My name is Tharun Saranga. I'm from Hyderabad. Now I'm staying in Atlanta. So I've already graduated from Georgia Tech with MSCS.
MS and CS, okay,
Yeah.
nice. And we've already talked about Georgia Tech, like life in Georgia Tech, and cost of living and all of those things. So with Apurva, so I'm not gonna do again. What I do want to talk about is your journey though and your profile. So let's do a quick, what was your GRE, TOEFL, and things like that.
Okay, my GRE was 319 and my TOEFL was 104.
And what about your bachelor's score? And what did you do bachelor's in?
My bachelor's is in electronics and communication.
Wow, okay. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got 80% in my bachelor's.
Got it. And did you have any work experience before you did your master's?
After my bachelor's, I worked for 2 years in startups as a data scientist and machine learning engineer.
Wow. Okay, cool. How did you get that jobs? Because you did your bachelor's in electronics. How did you get data scientist and machine learning? What made you go into that field?
I was interested in machine learning during my final year. We did a couple of projects on machine learning, and then I thought it's cool to work in that, and I just jumped in.
And so did you have any experience in that? Did you practice programming or things like that, or did you just got the job and then on job you learned all those things?
No, I pretty much learned everything from the internet, the whole wide internet.
Very nice.
So it's just Google.
Just Google. Yeah. What are some of the tips? What are the things which you prepared yourself or learned yourself for data scientists?
It's just practice.
Nice.
That's it. You have to search for new problems, implement them yourselves.
Yeah.
Then in the way you will learn everything.
Yeah. And what made you decide that I want to do now masters? Because you were doing data scientist, machine learning, 2 years of experience, and what made you that thought that I'm gonna do masters?
So even though I have this experience with machine learning and stuff, so there was a lot of competition in the field. Like everyone is doing machine learning, everyone is searching for machine learning jobs. So I thought to get an edge, I would do an online master's so that I'd get an edge from all of them.
Yeah.
So then I decided to do online master's in CS, and I found Georgia Tech as the best online program it has to offer.
Nice, very nice. So this is where the interesting part starts, because you did your online masters, not a physical, but you did decide to come to United States. So how does it work? Is it the applying process very similar to others, or is it different?
Because you're already student of Georgia Tech, you just have to ask for a transfer. That's it. It's very simple. You just have to mail your.
But before you get admit for online, like what's the process
So
to?
that process is same as applying for the colleges.
Gotcha. Okay. And did you was Georgia Tech the only one you applied to, or did you apply to others?
No, Dajicek was the only one because it only had the best CS program. I didn't want to do any other masters and invest my time doing like normal CS programs.
Got it. So what's the fees like? Because it's online, is it different than the physical
It's
education? Yeah.
it's very less. So
Yeah.
the whole masters, if you do totally online, it would get around $5,000, and here it's
Okay.
almost $80,000, I think.
Yeah.
So for me, it was half and half.
That is so different, so inspiring. So walk me through. So you applied to Georgia Tech. Your first semester started. Everything was online, right? Your first semester was online. Second semester online. What made you feel like okay, I want to go now to Georgia Tech, like to Atlanta, and complete my rest two semester over here? Or did you do two semester, or did you do one semester here?
So before I start on that, I need to tell you this fact. Online application only requires TOEFL. You don't need
Oh,
GRE for that.
okay, good. Okay.
So GRE they would also consider GRE also, but it's not required.
Got it. Okay. That's
Uh,
so that's good to know. So the people can approach the same way which you did, and actually, that actually makes me think. So I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions, but let's go. Yeah. So you did your first semester, second semester. When did you decide that you want to transfer here to Atlanta?
so in the first semester itself, there was this Google Plus community for OMSCS. So
Hmm.
all most of the community, I mean, most of the people who are doing OMSCS are very experienced people, like 8+ years, 10 years experienced people. So there were very few people who are like me, like very early career people. So I was going through the Google Plus form, and one guy asked, "Is it possible to transfer to online?" And then I started searching the everything, and then I emailed my advisor about the. So she told me that you can transfer after getting a minimum of B grade in foundational courses, and then apply the Dean of Computing, College of Computing to transfer. So after my first semester, I applied for the transfer, and I got approved for the transfer in fall 2019. So
Got
the
it.
transfer only works during the fall semesters.
Okay. Okay. And when did you started your? So you started in 2018.
Yeah, fall 2018
So fall 2018 and then spring 2019 you did in India
online.
online, and then you applied probably second semester, beginning of the second semester, that hey, I want to
Yeah,
transfer. You did all the procedure.
I got the acceptance. It's not like acceptance, but acceptance of the transfer in February first week itself.
Yeah, yeah,
So all the transitioning thing, the college handles everything. So I just needed to get a visa.
right. So why did you wanted to come here? Like because you decided to do online. What made you thought think that I should transfer here?
So the Google Plus community. So after seeing everyone, they were like full experienced people, whoever is doing on.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought the online version would be better for people who are like experienced. So, and I got second thoughts about this doing online. Then I read about the on-campus courses. So there are some courses which are not provided on in the online version, like deep learning, which I like very much. So it was not available online. So that's one of the reasons, and few more reasons. So then I wanted to come here.
Got it. And what was your first two semesters online experience like? Tell us a little bit about coursework. Like, what was it like having a
Uh,
complete coursework?
so the basic assumption OMSCS people are like they'll be doing their full-time work, and this online version is like part-time. So you're only allowed to take two courses.
Mm.
So you can take minimum one course also per semester. So maximum you can take two courses per semester. So the assignments and everything, I used to come home after my work and then work on them. Most of the times it will be late nights or the whole night outs.
Yeah, yeah.
So in the
So
first semester,
you
I got,
you were still working.
yeah, I was working.
Okay, so you were working and you were doing your masters.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
And how was the classwork? Like, did you like the classes you took online?
yeah, they are not any different from the classes in here, except we are watching a video and we can't interact with the professor.
Right.
So there were these live sessions where you can interact with the professors and the TAs.
Yeah.
But for that, it's timing. You have to wake up really early or you have to stay really late for that.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah. And so now that you have experience of both online and on campus, which one do you like the most?
obviously, the atmosphere and the people surrounding us makes on campus worth it. But and on online version would be more useful for people with more experience, like at least 5+ years experience,
Mm. And
or people with specific economic situations. They can also look at into online option. They'll get Georgia Tech master's degree as well with very low cost, extremely low cost.
right. So I'm just thinking because a lot of colleges, if they a lot of students have applied for fall 2020, and a lot of them are not yet ready to go on campus. Especially all the CSUs are saying that we might do only online classes. What's your opinion? Do you think they should do online or they should get the full on educational on campus experience?
So I would say it depends upon what their ultimate goal is.
Mm.
If their goal is just to get a upgrade in their career, I mean within India, then online is better.
Okay.
So if they want a job in US, then of course on campus.
Yeah.
So
I
and I would also say that as I already said, online would be better for 5+ year experience.
Right. 100% agree with you on that as well. That because there's so much opportunities on campus, you meet so many people, you have so much
Yeah,
working opportunity. Yeah,
that itself is a whole another experience which you
yeah,
can't miss.
yes, yes. So let's talk quickly about your visa experience. How was that? Like, how did that go?
It was very shocking for me. I expected a lot of questions, and like after reading everything online, and it was just very few sentences. He asked me about which college I was going and asked me about the loan. Mostly that's it I remember. That's it. It was like not even 1 minute.
Yeah, mine was 45 seconds as well. So yeah, no, I can totally see how it must be for you. Like where we prepared so much and then they're like, "That's it." Like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. So, walk us through when you landed here in United States. What was your thought process? What did you feel? What like? Did you ever thought like, "Oh my God, this is different. I shouldn't have done that."
I can say I had a little urge uh, because I already did some courses in India. So I thought I would get TA here easily in the first semester itself.
Mm.
So the thing is, when I mailed professors and for TA and RA stuff, so they said you need to like stay at least one semester here so that you can get accustomed to all these pressure and stuff.
Mm.
Then we'll think about TA. But I've seen many people getting TA in the first semester itself.
Yeah, yeah,
But that was the case with me.
right. So how was your first semester on campus? Was it stressful for you at all?
Uh, Not so stressful because I already got that like I was working full time and doing two courses. So it was pretty much the same, but in this case I was doing academic work.
And how how, like, did you have that educational cultural shock? Because assignments in India are like so different than assignments over here with computer science. How was that? Like, how did you have that assignment shock when you were going through your assignments?
Yeah, in the online version in my first semester, it was very difficult for me.
Yeah,
So I need like the classes were just like an overview of the concepts. So
yeah,
I had to read so many things and like do all that stuff on my own. That was very difficult in the first semester, but I got habituated to it. The first semester on campus was good. Like with all that experience in India, it
yeah.
was good. So I knew how to prepare for the assignments beforehand.
Yeah.
So,
Give us an example of a class which you took on campus and example of an assignment. Your favorite class, probably.
so deep learning.
Yeah.
So the assignments in deep learning are it's half theory and half hands-on. So you get to learn almost all the theory in the deep learning, and the other part is coding. In this semester, we learned PyTorch. So and also Facebook had a few guest lectures in the class itself. So
Wow. So
and
somebody from Facebook came to do the guest
yeah,
lectures.
yeah, I think there were 6 or 7 guest lectures. They also provided us with final projects from Facebook.
Yeah.
So we get to have some connection with them. So most students did those Facebook projects so that they might get an internship or a
Right.
full-time opportunity at Facebook.
That is so cool. Now I think 100% sure people are looking up Georgia Tech online classes. They're like, maybe we should go there. So that's awesome, man. I want to switch to your one of the inspiring things which Apurva told me about, that one of the class you got C. And how was that? Like, how did that affect you mentally? And how did you come up? How did you went about it?
So I had a strict schedule coming to USA. I wanted to graduate this spring.
Mhm.
So the uh, the subject I got C was in grad algorithms. So I was from electronics background. So
Yeah.
I didn't have much experience with all these in-depth graduate algorithm things. So I was a bit confused with all the things like how to approach the problems and stuff. And then I got C.
Yeah.
Uh, I got tens. I might get C another time, but because the subject looked that tough to me,
Yeah.
then finally I passed this semester and I graduated.
Nice. For people who don't know what is algorithms, since I'm from computer science, I understand. Give us an example. What are some of the algorithms you learned?
Uh, Dynamic programming
Yeah.
and NP-hard problems and graph problems.
Yeah. Shortest
And
path algorithms. I'm assuming that.
yeah, no.
Digitra.
So it's mostly about designing algorithms. So
Oh, okay.
you'll
Yeah.
have the shortest path algorithm and you'll have a specific problem, like the problems in lead code.
Right. I think I remember I taking the same class. It was called designs and algorithm, or designing. I don't know, algorithm designs or something like that in my masters. And the question was like, you have an electric car and every 200 it runs only 200 miles, and it stops from so and so. It has to stop and it has to reach to this destination. What algorithm will you apply? Or use and digest the algorithm to get to the shortest path. It's something like that. And I was like, this is our final year project, not an assignment. But
Yeah, the problem with that here is you have to write it on a paper.
mm,
If it's on a lead code or something, you can just type debug and see where it's going wrong and do all that stuff. But
yeah,
on paper, you have to write exactly one time.
yeah, that's awesome. So, final, before we move into the second part of the video, which is going to be how you got into Amazon as a software engineer, would you recommend students to go to Georgia Tech?
Of course. Georgia Tech is a great college.
Yeah. Would you recommend people to do the approach which you did? Like, did you have a lot of students who are doing something similar to you?
So there were around 12 to 13 people from India who transferred, same as me, OMSCS.
So they did
So
online first 2 semesters and then moved to do the second semester.
yeah,
What was your cost, total cost, if you had to guess a number?
uh, combining both online and on campus.
Yeah. Hmm.
So around 60K, not 60K, actually 55K.
Wow, still 55. That's a lot.
That's because the 50 plus K is from on campus thing.
Right. Right.
The online thing is
Yeah.
only 2,600.
Right. And are you including in that 50K, you are
Yeah,
including cost of living and all of
yep,
those?
yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Got it. Okay. Again, thank you, man, for sharing your very unique journey from online to on campus and your journey. We're going to switch to, in a separate video, talk about how he got into Amazon. And we're going to talk about like his job search approach in spite of being 1 year in on campus. So this is going to be awesome. So again, thank you for doing this. Until our next one.
Keep smiling and keep hustling.